Hey guys, gals, and legionnaires, Rycon here, and welcome to episode 6 of Let's Play Cataclysm, Dark Days Ahead, Noah's Tale. So, Noah's had a quick little nap in the truck here next to the lab, probably not the safest place to do so. We're going to look at getting back on the road and exploring some of these other places on the map that she's uncovered, namely down here, here, and or here. All probably really dangerous locations, but at this stage I'm wanting to try and find somewhere that's a little bit further out away from the towns, somewhere that we will be able to hold up, somewhere that we can bring NPCs, somewhere that's going to be relatively safe. Finding somewhere safe on this game is quite difficult, but exploration's a big part of it as well, and we have come pretty far from our original starting town. Now there's a lot of resources here that we can still come back for, and we will in good time, but we kind of need to wait for some of those hordes to dissipate and leave the area. Then we're going to be able to make our way back into there. At least that's our plan at this stage. But we are going to continue down here, and we're going to have a look and see what we got going on. Just a few notes outside of the actual game itself. You can see that I've got rid of these black lines. The reason that was happening was because I was running the game at 1920 by 1088, because you can't quite run it at 1080, and that was forcing the tiles to be squished, so that's why I was getting those black lines. So that's fixed now, which is good. So it's better to try and run the game at 1072? Yeah, 1072, because for some reason you can't quite get it to be 1080, but that's okay. It's very, very close, and it's much better than having those kind of intrusive black lines all over the place as well. Also, you might notice that the frame rate's working properly. For some reason, Fraps really doesn't like this game. Because there aren't constant frame movements, as you can kind of see with the rain, because there isn't constant frames, Fraps isn't constantly recording. Like, it almost goes into a kind of sleeping or standby mode while it's waiting for a new frame to come along. So that's why you get like that really kind of jerky movement of my mouse. But that's sorted now. So the video will look a little bit different. I'm using OBS, which is the open broadcast software, which is free, and it's a decent tool for using for games like these, where it's a little bit more desktop based and it's not quite hardware intensive. So back to the game. We're going to get on our way, but not before Noah manages to have a quick snack. So we're just going to eat some of these meat sandwiches that she's got stashed away there. We're not full, but we're not hungry either, so I'm okay with that. Now, hopefully, this vehicle starts first time, and it does. Great. Okay, so we're going to reverse on out of here. Now, Noah still isn't the greatest driver in the world, so I'm going to want to take it relatively easy. I think sitting around 32 kilometers an hour is fine. It means that if she does have any large spin-outs, it's not going to be too crazy. And plus, we're driving in a thunderstorm. I don't know if that takes too much of an effect, but naturally your character's sight is somewhat impaired during those times. But we're just going to continue on down here. You can either tap 5 or you can hold 5. I think sometimes holding 5 is a little dangerous, just in case there's something terrible that you run into. Ooh, okay, what is that? A rattling knot. I actually have no idea what that is, and that terrifies me. All the grass around that area is dead. This is all rubble, so it's really quite hard terrain to walk on. I don't think that's an enemy. We're just going to hit X. We're going to go and have a look at it. There is a rattling knot there. I wonder if it's listed as monsters. So if you hit Shift V, it is actually listed as a monster. This twisted, knotted cord makes a rattling sound when moved. Although it's got like bashing damage and everything. And it's made out of stone. Somewhat concerning. You know what? You only live once. We're going to stop this. And we're going to get out of here. And we're going to slowly approach this thing. approaching this unknown object in the rain. I'm trying to figure out the best path to get there, because walking on rubble like this, it can actually injure you. I think my best path is probably going to be moving up here and then moving diagonal. Yeah, we can see that it's slow moving past that, and we try to keep our balance, but we're doing okay so far. Okay, I don't like that noise. Yeah, that's concerning. So we can see that there's this rattling knot here. I'm gonna pick it up. What? Your back feels strengthened. You hear a rattling noise coming from inside yourself. What have I done? What have I done to poor Noah? Oh my god. I actually have no idea what this is. I've never seen this before. This could be a terrible thing. It could be a good thing. I'm not sure. It's showing up under tools as a rattling knot. No idea what that is, but my back feels strengthened, so perhaps I can carry more now? I'm not seeing it underneath here. You can see that we've got a bit of skill rust here. You can see our handgun skill has gone down. Yeah, it hasn't affected that. Maybe our carrying capacity has gone up somewhat. Maybe we can hold more kgs than before. I could try and remove it and then pick it back up again. I hear a rattling noise coming from inside myself. Oh god, I'm seriously concerned now. I hope that I haven't killed Noah. I really hope that I haven't, but this is kind of how you learn in this game, unfortunately. Sometimes you learn some very hard lessons, like not picking up rattling knots. So, from the west you emit a rattling sound. Okay, so it seems that when I actually have this on me, I am emitting a rattling sound of sorts. I'm just going to move around a little bit more. I emit a rattling sound from this. Okay. Somewhat concerned. We'll keep it on us for now, just while we're driving. I'm not seeing it making too much of a sound when we're actually moving. We're only only making 2 sound, that's not bad. We're interested to see if it keeps on making noise while we're driving. You can see driving is quite loud, much louder than that rattling. There's a parking lot up ahead, so I'm going to want to find out what that is. So we're going to start making our way up that way. And I'm going to keep my eye down the bottom corner to see if we are emitting any rattling noises while we are inside the car. My back feels strengthened. Okay, so we made it to this parking lot. I'm really disappointed that I don't have a hose, because if I did, I would be able to siphon these cars here. There's a few electric cars here as well. These panels, they're just basic solar panels. You usually want to get the upgraded ones, but I wouldn't scoff at a working electric car. Let's have a look. So unfortunately it seems like the wheels are missing from that one there. We'll investigate them as we go along though. Okay, so I'm going to be fine with stopping the car here. We're going to stop the vehicle. We spotted a dog, that's okay. We are in a thunderstorm, but we're still comfortable at the moment. We're not, if you check everything, we're not cold anywhere, so that's good. We're going to slowly start to make our way towards whatever this is down here. By the looks of things, it's a mine, I think. Yes, it is a mine. Okay. Potentially very, very dangerous. We'd want to really be careful. I'm going to check this vehicle first though. So it's got enough wheels. Most damaged seems to be one of the frames, and a clock. So altogether I think this might actually be working. Let's see, large electric motor is very nearly broken though, so probably not too safe for us to be driving in, really. I'm just going to check this car over here as well. It looks like, yes, the thunderstorm stopped. Okay, that couldn't have been better timed. It's got enough wheels, and it's actually got some battery capacity in it, but you can see that that wheel is very nearly broken. Oh, and that front one is actually broken, so you can actually drive on 3 wheels. I didn't know that. Makes sense, though. But you can see we've got quite a few different options here: repair, install, remove. Removing, that's essentially how you learn from doing in this. You've got books which will help you get to level 2, and then the fastest way to kind of learn from there is just to start to try and take things off cars as well, unless you have a book that takes you higher than level 2. Reading's definitely the fastest way to learn, so if you can learn through a book, it's better to try that first. So we're going to head on down here towards this mine. Quite a few dogs around here. So to get this open, I think we'll need something like a crowbar. I think should do the trick. I wonder if we can we go down to a lower level on the map? Let's see, I'll just try and use... Yes, okay, so if you use shift full stop, so it's the 2 arrow keys that are next to M and question mark. So that's what you use to go up and down stairs, and with that I can actually also go down to the sewer level, so I can see that that's the sewage treatment plant. So we don't have any maps for this mine, unfortunately. But we'll come out and we'll check these buildings. So we're emitting this rattling sound. It's making me concerned. It's actually making me really concerned. Gasoline pumps. Which is great, but can I just use it? Maybe I can. You know what? I'm just going to quickly go and grab the jerry can out of the vehicle and see if we can use that. Usually you need a cash card to do so, but maybe we don't in this case, because it's maybe it's meant for the employees of here. There's a giant bee nearby, so we're going to want to watch out for that. Okay, now I'm going to do this the faster way. So we're going to hit slash, and we're going to have a look in the vehicle. So I think they're all in. Okay. Strange, I can't see it. Because I have a filter on, possibly? No, I have no filters on. That's unusual. For some reason, I can't see into the vehicle. I can see with W, worn, all surrounding areas. Okay, so I can see underneath that at least. Okay, so we are wanting to search for... let's see. Jerry. I'm sure I put the jerry can back in here. Maybe I didn't. That's okay. We do have a gallon jug on us, so we might go ahead and use that. So we're just going to open up this. I was wanting to use it for water, but fortunately I don't think we're going to be able to. Damn, what did I do with that jerry can? That's frustrating. Maybe I left it in my cart for some reason. Quite possibly, I must have thought that I might not need it. So I'm just going to chuck that vinegar on the ground. This could be a really slow way to do this, but I at least want to double check that. You see down here, I was saving for a second there. I've had some problems with crashes recently, so it's a smart idea to have autosave on, just so that you don't lose a massive amount of... Okay, I guess I can just load it straight up. Yes, I can. Okay, I might be able to just get the vehicle close enough and fill it up that way. That's really good though. I did not know that about this place. So we're going to want to find the gas tank. Let's see. Gasoline tank. Refill. Okay, so we've now got 8% gasoline, so they actually put quite a bit in. Let's see if we can drive this thing down there. This poor smashed up... Well, the only thing that's smashed up is the windscreen, or the side windows, really, from bloody Claude. I'm not sure how close I have to get this. Noah's driving isn't the best in the world, but... Okay, that's not bad. I hope that's close enough. I don't think it is, unfortunately. But it's close in the sense that if we do just want to transfer fuel bit by bit. Yes. Damn, okay. So we're just going to have to do this for a little bit. I'm going to cut away here as I refill the vehicle. And I'll come back if something happens. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep on using this pump. We're just going to keep on filling that up, coming over here, going to here, refilling, and just going through bit by bit. It'll take a little while, but we'll get there in the end. So I will see you all in a moment. Okay, I'm back a little bit sooner than I would have liked. We're at 58% gasoline. I do not seem to be able to fill it any more than this. I feel like it might be because the gasoline tank is damaged. That might be why we're not able to refill it any more than we can. But I still have 3,000 units of gasoline in the gallon jug, which isn't causing us any problems at the moment. So we're probably going to hold on to that. I'm probably just going to chuck it in the back here for now. We don't need to have that on us because that'll weigh us down somewhat. So yeah, we'll just get rid of that for now. But we have a pretty much fully fueled vehicle. I have unfortunately dropped some gasoline on the ground, but not the end of the world. We have a building here that we can explore. So we're going to use our crowbar to try and pry open the door. And we did it. Okay, no alarms or anything like that, although we do have something here, an elevator. So that's going to get you down into the mine, I believe, and I think that this is going to activate it. Our computer skills is nowhere, they aren't anything. I mean, 6%, it's really absolutely nothing at all. We do need to read a book before we attempt to do anything like that. So unfortunately, I think that might be it for now, unless we can pry open this here, which we might be able to. So we'll try and activate our crowbar. We pry, but we cannot lift the manhole cover. I think the reason is we're not strong enough. That is a manhole cover. Okay. So either the crowbar isn't good enough or we aren't strong enough, unfortunately. So we are probably going to have to leave that be for now, which that's really unfortunate. I am just going to have a quick look though through my books here to see see exactly what we have available to us, because if we do have something that can help us learn, we do. We have under the hood. Fantastic. We might, while it's still nice and sunny, make use of this. We have those solar panels nearby. They aren't the best in the world, but we could make use of them. So we're just going to sit in the car for a little bit, and I'm going to hit Shift R, and we're going to start reading under the hood. So first thing, when you read it, it's going to tell you everything that you can learn from it. It takes about 18 minutes to read, a chapter of it. So it will take us a little while to skill up, but it's going to be worth it in the long run for us. So we're going to hit Shift R, we're going to start reading. We're going to study until we learn something, gain a level. So we're going to hit yes. Now, time's going to start going by, and we can't see to read because the thunderstorm has come along. Damn. So that was very short-lived. We're going to eat some more of those meat sandwiches that we have, and we're going to get driving again. I'll make a note on here on the car park by using Shift N, and we're going to say 3 solar cars, just so that we know we can come back for those panels if we need to, but they really aren't that great, and solar panels are super flimsy, so you generally want to get a solar panel that is strong. Damn, I knew that was going to happen. I thought it was too good to be true. Okay, not bad. Noah did get out of there. So we're just going to drive nice and slow till we get away from the potentially explosive building. I had no idea that those the fuel was there. That was actually quite a handy stop for us, because that means that we can. It really does expand the possibilities for us. I think those 2 roads probably connect up, but there's no way to know until we actually get there. So I think we should go take a look. Unless I can see anything else in the area that piques my interest. The reason, like I said before, that we're exploring these kind of back roads is that we are trying to find somewhere that's a little bit off the beaten track. The mine is, but there could be some horrible things beneath there that we want to try and stay away from. Yeah. It's not for us. This is probably another small little town here as well, kind of like this town that we've got going on here. There is another road that runs off the side. I could probably explore those as well. It's part of me that's feeling like maybe we should head back and start to go down those roads now. Then I also want to explore these places too. I think we're going to explore those 3 roads first, just because we do have a bit of fuel in the tank. So I think that we're going to be able to do that without running into some major problems. Navigating the fields is going to be a little bit difficult. You want to be watching out for mines. They're generally going to be marked by... Oh damn, that's a big forest. Okay, so no, we can't turn that way. So we're going to back up. Wow, okay. We just did a massive turn. Okay, there we go. Okay, we're just going to drive along there. Try and get back towards the road, because that's actually gonna be... Oh damn it, we damaged part of our frame then. So we can see that the window that wasn't there, that was a little bit shattered, is completely shattered now. So means that anything can just climb on through there. They could have before, but it's a little bit easier now. They won't be as slowed down when going through an area like that. Yeah, so it's a little bit sucky. Continue along this road here, try and get back up. So we've gone past that lab now. Actually no, we haven't yet. We're still going to get to the corner first. So we'll get up to there. Then I'm going to jump in a little bit closer so that we can see all these hedges, just so that we can watch out for them. We're going to try and navigate our way through the fields to get to that road. Occasionally just jumping back and checking the map, seeing what's going on. The craters could be interesting to explore, but they could also be very, very dangerous. There are some really bad enemies in this game that can just completely wreck you. What do we got over there? We've got some wolves. They're not paying any attention to us at the moment, so we won't pay any attention to them. Not that they could really hurt us while we're tucked away in our vehicle here, but if we were to stop, they might be able to jump through that gap. So that means that I'm going to have to be a little bit more careful when I do those stops, like if no arrests in the vehicle for any kind of extended period of time. There's a chance that anyone really could just come straight in. Okay. Let's see what's going on down here. There's a Kraken nearby. Let's see. I can't see him any longer, so I'm not going to worry about him. Kraken's another kind of strange enemy. Everything seems to be okay. There's probably nothing great in there, but you know what, we're just going to stop real quick. I'm going to leave the car running, just because we've got enough fuel to do that, and we had trouble starting it the other day, so I don't want to run into that problem. We're just going to see what's on the floor here. Pair of scissors, okay. Not worth stopping for, but you know, you never know. It could have been more maps. That's kind of what I was thinking it was going to be, so it's what I would have liked it to have been, but unfortunately it wasn't, so we're just going to keep on puttering along. That rattling knot, if any of you do know exactly what it is, maybe let me know in the comments just in case, because it could be a potential death scenario for us. This is a hazardous waste sarcophagus. There's potentially some good things here, but there's also potential for a large amount of radiation that we won't be able to detect. I'm just going to run this wasp over because I don't like him. There's an engine on the ground there. So I'm just going to hit X and we're going to have a quick look at this here. So this building here is safe. There are sometimes some good items that are inside here. If we're really quick, we're probably not going to get too much of a dose of radiation, but there's still a chance that we could become irradiated. So it's quite a bit of a risk. I'm going to try and be really fast though. Okay, so we're just going to stop the vehicle. We are actually going to turn it off. It's raining now, it's not a thunderstorm. And we are actually going to hit the... So we're actually going to want to run. So you can see that we started running down here, and this is kind of your stamina up the top. So you can activate that just by hitting your speech comma on your keyboard, so just next to your enter key on your keyboard. And you can see that our stamina is going down, but our speed is up. So we're going to try and run down there as fast as we can. It is going to tire us out a little bit, but we just want to be in, we want to be out, and that's pretty much it. Okay, just a little bit of an autosave there. I'm okay with that. So we're going to activate the crowbar, we're going to crack it open, and we can see that there's a decent number of things in here. So we're probably going to try and grab one of those clean suits. We'll grab the radio, and we'll grab those earplugs as well. So let's just have a quick look. Grab the earplugs, grab the radio, empty canister, nothing we can do with that, and a clean suit. We'll grab the clean suit. I'm pretty sure that clean suit doesn't fit me. No, it doesn't. Okay. This is as far as we want to come in. We don't want to come any further than this. We're just going to get the hell out. I'll close the door back up again. Be courteous. Okay, yes. So we're still running. We're just going to run back over to here. You know what? I would usually butcher that wasp, but this area does have ambient radiation, so I don't want to have anything to do with it. You can see that we've slowed to walk now, and we were getting a little bit puffed out, so it's good that we did stop there. And we're gonna get out of here. We're just gonna get into this field now and get away from this building, because yeah, I don't like the looks of it. All the while being as mindful as we can be of any minefields or any other kind of horrors out in the fields here, because generally traveling off the road is dangerous. Yeah, you want to stick to the road as much as possible. It's got to be better for your car as well. So we can see that there is a minefield down there, and there's another jumping spider. So we will try our best to stay away from that minefield. Damn. So we hit a shrub there. We hit it probably with the worst place of our vehicle that we could. If we destroy this here, everything that's in it will just drop out on the ground, which we really don't want to happen, because those are all of our worldly possessions. We want to hold on to those. So we're going to want to investigate this road that's up the top first. So we're just going to try and navigate our way through this field here. I almost always drive zoomed out, but when going through fields like this, you really want to be able to see where these shrubs are, just so that you can stay away from them. Okay, I think we've found a gap. Yep, we're going to be able to get through here and get to this road and find out whatever it is. Let's see. It's not raining at the moment. I could try and run down that turkey, but there is a pack of wolves there, so we're not going to worry about it. Like I said, I think we're doing okay for food at the moment. It's still our water situation that's not great. We can get water now, which is good. We still have water on us, so I am going to drink very soon. Just as soon as we find out what's going on up here. Shit, there's a MIGO. Okay. So if we have a look, if we hit Shift V, we can see that oh, there's actually some military bodies down here, but there are 3 MIGOs. Holy shit. Okay, so these things here, it's a flexuous, yeah, a flexuous monstrosity, seeming as a giant crab covered in writhing antennae, clawed tentacles, and star-shaped growths, with a head like the insides of a fish, but for its dire utterance. These things are all kinds of terrible, probably one of the worst enemies that you can come up against, because they're fast, they're strong, they're hard to hit because they're fast, and they can do some serious damage. But this MIGO over here is moderately injured, so it's probably tackled a moose or something like that. You can kill them, but you want to do it from range. You don't want them to get close to you. We probably could shoot them up, but they are very strong also, so we're just probably going to want to stay away from them. They're kind of extra-dimensional demons of sorts. There is a NPC over here. I don't even know. I'm going to call him Gabbo. Gabbo Ferink. Okay, Gabbo. So there's a military bunker over here. I believe the bunkers are the ones that we need the military ID cards for, and we don't have any of those currently. I'm just trying to remember, because I know we did find some military corpses. No, we didn't find any of those. That's alright. Because I think we can get into military outposts, but military bunkers you need to have ID cards for. But sometimes there are zombie soldiers nearby, so there might be. So we'll slowly start to approach there, get away from those freaking MIGOs, which are still kind of to our southeast at the moment. So we're just going to want to stay away from them altogether. Okay, so yeah, I believe that we do need to have yeah. That's okay, that's alright. We can come back to here. There'll be a ridiculous amount of good military loot down the bottom, but you need to have a few ID cards on you to make use of that. Although, however, we have found a armoured vehicle of sorts. It's a Humvee. Okay, great, and it looks like it's in pretty good condition. So, I think we're far enough away from the MIGOs now that we can probably stop. And you know what? I'm going to take a drink of some of that water that we have. You see that our thirst is slaked, which is great. We're going to stop driving, let go of the controls, get out the car. I'll leave the door open for now. And we're going to come out and check this. And we can actually see that this turret, this Browning turret here, this is armed because it's got a plus next to it. We know that there's ammunition down there. So that is interesting. Okay, so it's working. It is actually in pretty good condition as well. The most damaged is some armor, some military composite armor, which is completely damaged on one side. I can't actually find where it is. Oh, it's at the front, right at the very front. But it requires diesel and batteries as well. Not a bad vehicle. Would be nice to be able to use it. But we would need diesel. We'd be able to get diesels from down here at the mine, but it's a decent bit of a trek for a vehicle that's okay. All this is really good. This reinforced windshield, less likely to break than the windshield that we've got at the moment. I mean, altogether the Humvee is a good vehicle, but I think for now we're probably just going to come in here and we might just steal this ammunition here. As you can see, that's a 50 cal rifle that's on top of there. Wow. And you can see that it does a really decent amount of damage, and it's got really good range as well. And there's 210 rounds of it. So yeah, for the time being, we'll take that. That's going to weigh us down a fair amount. We could probably try and remove that, but I don't think that we have our mechanic skill isn't high enough yet to remove anything actually. So yeah, we're going to drop this into a different crate. But yeah, it's a lot of ammunition. It's really quite happy we found that. Not that we can use it with anything yet, but it's good all the same. So we're going to just zoom out a little bit as we drive for this next section. I don't think there's going to be anything else along those roads. I want to try and get down to there, and I think to do that we're going to have to try and come down through this forest. If it's blocked off, could be a small problem for us. We could probably just hightail it into this town and then try and find our way down. It's actually probably going to be faster, surprisingly. And we've got enough gas to do it as well, so we're just going to actually put our foot on the pedal a fair amount and get driving. You do want to be careful. Your vehicle can go quite fast. Obviously, driving fast can be very dangerous because you can take less actions, during each turn. But what's probably the most dangerous is it's doing damage to your engine while you're driving. And the harder that you drive it, the faster that's going to degrade over time. We've got some blobs up ahead. They're one of the kind of enemies that I described at the start. It's calling it an amoebic mold. So we'll just hit Shift V, have a look at our monsters, and we can see that there's a smoker zombie down there as well. There's quite a few bodies down here. They could be drug dealers or they could be scientists. We'll check those out in a second. Smoker zombie we haven't actually seen. Well, we've seen part of it, but I haven't actually talked about it before. So it's a blackened and twisted naked human body. Strips of flesh hang from its body and emits a constant haze of thick black smoke. So they're quite dangerous because they're quite hard to find sometimes, and if you're in a room with one, it'll smoke out the entire room, so it can be really bad. So obviously you want to try and avoid it if you can. Out in the open like this, they're a little bit easier to take care of because we can see where they are. Usually the problem is that if you're in a room, you can't see where they are. This guy can be quite dangerous. He's uninjured at the moment. He's kind of ignoring us. A formless slime mold the size of a cow, crusty bits of cytoplasm fall away as it oozes across the ground. If you shoot this or attack it with melee, you can kill it, but all that does is it splits it into smaller blobs and then smaller blobs and smaller blobs. So yeah, they can be quite bad. But we're just going to use our normal look tool, and we're just going to try and see what kind of bodies these are. So we can see that it's a mangled human corpse. There are other items there as well. We can't actually see the items from here, which is a little bit unfortunate. I want to see what's there. So we're just going to try and drive a little bit closer, see what's happening with this zombie. The zombie seems to not be doing a hell of a lot at the moment. We might be able to get by. I want to see if this blob starts to... Well, there are quite a few here. They're not paying any attention to us at the moment. I'm going to see if I can get close enough to get to that body. I'm not quite sure what makes these guys go hostile. Guess we'll have to see. Okay, so nothing immediately that we want. I'm just going to keep my eye on him, make sure that he doesn't become hostile towards us. So that smoker zombie is attacking a bear at the moment. There's a good quality hoodie, but other than that, nothing else that we want. These seem to be just normal humans, as far as I can tell. Apart from this one has a rail laser sight. No, okay, so these are druggies. So they probably all will have heroin on them, but this rail laser sight, this could be quite helpful for us to chuck onto our pistol. Oh, that took me so long to get out. I'm going to quickly dive down here and just see what else we got and kind of got going on. Great. So we've found a watch. If I grab this and hit W, oh shoot, where the hell did that spitter zombie come from? Okay, I'm just going to hide behind this tree for a second. Oh, holy crap. That rattling noise is actually really loud. I saw it for a second. I swear I saw 40. And if I did, then that's really, really, really loud. Because you can see the vehicle is only like 12 or 20 noise, I think. We're very quickly going to try and wear that gold watch. So we can chuck it on and then bam, just like that, we can tell the time. Another one of the small, cool things that I enjoy about the game. So it's 2:20 at the moment. We're going to try and head away from that spitter zombie at the moment. Just taking a little bit of a wider arc. Okay, raincoat. I'd like the raincoat. It's going to weigh us down a little bit to grab. And it's also really, really damaged as well. I don't like how close that's getting. And there's a bear also. And I think the bear has killed that smoker zombie. Probably taking far too much risk for not very much reward at the moment. Oh shit, yeah, so we can see that the spitter zombie just spat acid at us and it's burnt our legs and feet. Feet, I just said feet. Yep, it's official. We aren't getting much damage from that though, luckily. But you can see if we jump into our inventory, one moment, it does do damage to things that are on our legs. But luckily this time it didn't seem to do much at all. So I'm kind of happy about that. So I'm just going to take a little bit of a wider route to get back to the car. And I'm just going to keep it yeah, holy crap. So it is 40 noise that rattling knot is giving us, which is crazy. That's a ridiculous amount of noise. I'm going to take that off me now, and I really hope that it doesn't kill us by removing it. I'm going to put it in this other bit back here because 40 noise is just crazy. Actually, I'm going to just quickly check to see what our carrying capacity is. Let's see. So our strength is still 12. We can carry 83, volume 109. So I just want to see if that kind of improves the amount that we can carry when I remove it. Okay, so let's drop that. Okay, we put it in there. It didn't say anything about our back not being strengthened anymore, but hey, look at that. We can see that the carrying weight has gone down heaps. So that does actually improve the amount of weight that we can carry. So we know that much at least. Whether or not that keeps on rattling while it's in the back, I guess we'll have to see. No, jump in through the normal way. Drive like a ordinary person, Noah. Okay. We're going to get away from the bear, we're going to get away from the molds, we're going to get away from all of that, and we're just going to continue along this road. We're going to get towards where this town is, and then the next chance I can get to turn onto that road, I'm going to take it. We're just going to come along a little bit further, though, because I think that's going to be a bit safer for us. We can easily keep track of how much fuel we've got as well, which can be quite handy. I can see that we're still sitting at about halfway at the moment, so we haven't used up that much. I'm going to want to stop for this vehicle, though, because there's 2 turrets on it. Unfortunately, neither of them have ammunition, but it still could be in good condition. So I think it's an armoured personnel carrier. Yeah, so it's an armoured car. Seems like it's working. It's got a fully working security system in it, though, which can be a problem for us. Yeah, it doesn't have anything in it at the moment. It's a little bit damaged in the back there, but yeah, I mean, it's altogether not too bad of a car. Ideally, we'd just want to take pieces from it so that we could add them to a working car that we find. I mean, not that isn't working, it just doesn't have any diesel, unfortunately. We're getting a little bit hungry now as well, so I'm going to quickly have a meat sandwich snack, and we're going to head on into this town, or close to it at least. Wow, another mine. Okay. That may change things for me. Ooh, there's a bike, but there's also a MIGO. Shit. Where's the MIGO? What am I seeing over there? That's a Smith & Wesson, so there's guns over there. I think these might be military bodies. Yes, they are. But there's also a MIGO here somewhere, and a Krek. So that's the Krek. The Krek I'm not worried about. It's the MIGO that I'm concerned about. A shrew. Okay, yes, I do know what a shrew is. Where is this MIGO? Okay, so it's down there. We might be able to ram it with the car. These are military bodies, so they're going to have some pretty good stuff on them. Also, that's a mobile meth lab. Kind of similar to the one that we saw at the start. It'd be amazing if this bike is working, though, as well, because I quite like to use motorbikes in this game. It seems like it's okay. Okay, I'm going to use a handbrake. We are going to back up. And I want to see if we can kill that MIGO with this. Oh, wow, we just did a massive handbrake turn. Okay, that MIGO is actually running off somewhere. I don't know where it's going. I think it might be going after a giant wasp. Yes, I think it is. Okay, well, we'll leave it to its own devices. But we want to be aware of where it is, because if it, for some reason, decides instead it wants to come for us, we really want to be ready for it. So we're just going to carefully come this way. That Krek is trying to attack us, but I won't let him get to us. We're going to stop our vehicle. Okay, we're going to get out. Great, that Krek's going to come and he's going to try and kill us. But before he gets to us, I'm going to activate our holster. We're going to take out our gun and we're going to wait for him. Then when he gets nice and close, we're going to shoot him in the face. At least that's our plan so far. Come on, a little bit closer. Alright, here he is. We're ready for him. We're going to try and steady our aim a little bit and fire. Great, we got him. 62 damage. Awesome. Okay, we're going to reload. Lots of heavy sticks there. I'm really weighed down at the moment, which I don't like. I'm going to activate the holster. We're going to holster our gun. We're going to wield that wood axe again. I know that MIGO is still down there somewhere, but I want to try and drop off some things here. I don't need to have these on me. They are going to be weighing me down unnecessarily. I don't need the frying pan on me right now. I probably don't need all this food as well. So, especially the the non-perishable food, I'm going to leave in the vehicle itself, which gives us a little bit more carrying capacity. Great, there's a rattlesnake corpse. We might be able to butcher that if we get time. These wing mirrors are pretty invaluable on most cars. They break off so easy. Usually when you see them, you want to grab them. We're not seeing the MIGO right now, so I'm pretty happy with that. Let's see what we got going on here. Helmet netting, we'll take it. We've got our army helmet, so this sits over the top of it actually. It means that you can attach things to it, so it can be quite cool. I think that's all that we're going to grab from that body there. We're going to jump across, see what we got going on out here. Okay, small plastic bottle of antiseptic. Great, we'll take that. You can see that because these bodies are so mangled, things that they have on them are also quite mangled and broken as well. Army winter pants. If we see an army winter jacket, we'll probably grab it as well because we unfortunately destroyed the last one. Great. Okay, we'll grab the utility vest. You can see that it gives us a little bit of encumbrance. We can probably get rid of that encumbrance and still be able to wear that. And we're going to grab the underbarrel laser sight, so that's different from the other one that we have. We'll grab the undershirt. No, hold on for a second. I'll see. No, I do actually have an undershirt on already, so I don't need to worry about that. Slowly make our way through here. Another MBR vest. And a Smith & Wesson 610. So it's a classic 6-shooter revolver. It uses 10mm rounds or .40 rounds. Okay, right. So we can't see what damage it does. We'll take it with us though, and we're going to take that cash card as well. This is actually a zombie soldier, so this guy will come back to life. Or this girl, rather, will come back to life, so we'll have to watch out for that. I'm going to grab the vest as well, just in case. Let's see. Okay, great. We'll grab the winter jacket, and I think that's going to do it for that corpse there. We'll grab these ballistic glasses. We've got sunglasses on already, but ballistic glasses can protect our eyes a little bit more from, say, boom of bile and things like that. So they can be quite nice for us to have. I think we've just got one more body left out here. Let's see. Yep. So we're just going to try and move from the trees to get that. A utility vest. So we've already got a utility vest, so we won't worry about picking that up, but we'll grab the bandages, which I don't actually think we had any on us, so it's good that we got them on there now. Yeah, I think I might actually... Yeah, they are the first bandages, holy crap. Can't believe I didn't make any sooner. Obviously, bandages are great. They're going to stop you from bleeding, but also they're just going to give you a general kind of a light heal. Okay, I don't want to come too far down here, but I think that MIGO is actually gone. He's gone quite far away, so... Let's see, we've got some cigarettes in there, we'll grab those. I'm just going to see the condition. Wow, actually decent condition. Not bad, although it is missing, oh no, it's actually missing all its wheels. Okay, yeah, so we won't worry about that. Okay, let's see what we got. I want to, yeah, there's part of me that thinks that we could still get, oh, the NPC is actually still alive. He's probably going to run to that MIGO sooner or later, though. I think this is going to be the same deal here. Yep, same as the other mine. Although it doesn't seem to have the other building. Still, I want to see if I can... I think it's just a jumping spider. Yep. Okay, no, I can't. I cannot lift it, unfortunately. We're going to check out the motorcycle now. Yeah, so the motorcycle works. The most damage is the... It's just the security system, so everything else works on it. Yep, motorbike wheel works. That all works. So I could ride this. You can fit a let's see, I think I can only fit 200 in the, 275. So it's less than what I can carry in the pickup truck at the moment, and it's going to keep me a little bit exposed if I am riding that. I do like to use motorcycles just because it's so easy to move between vehicles and stuff like that. But when you're moving at high speed, it actually does make you quite cold as well because of the wind speed and not having a windshield I think you can get basic windshields for... well, you can put anything you want on a vehicle, really, so... I just want to have a quick look and see if I can see what these items are here. I can't see them. Could be a map, so I'm going to want to stop. If I do see things in a vehicle, I generally will want to stop and see what we've got going on. Generally, most of the time, it's not going to be worth it, but there is a chance. See, jumper cable, I'm going to grab them. So, obviously, you can charge yourself from one vehicle to another, so it can be quite good. And we've got a lighter as well, so, you know, not a bad find. I'm going to drop the jumper cables in the back. Should be under tools. No, jumper cables. Yes, great. Ditch that. Come back into here. So we're at 3. We're almost at 4 o'clock at the moment. So we're making relatively good progress. Before the end of this episode, though, I do want to get down to whatever that next location is. I won't leave you waiting. So I won't rush it. Just because rushing will get Noah killed, but we will get there before the end of this one, I promise. Unless we run into something horrible along the road, and then we might have to wait until next time. But so far, the roads seem to be relatively clear. Other than this being forested quite a way. Quite a lot further than I originally thought there would be. Oh, what have we got down here? So this is, I can see a CBM. So we're going to stop. We're going to have a look and see what we've got going on here. This is a military crash site, so it's either like a helicopter or a plane that's gone down at some point. I can only see the 3 items at the moment. There could be other things, or it actually could have been this minefield that blew up one of their vehicles. We'll grab the Kevlar vest. That straight up is a little bit easier to deal with than some of those, the other vests with the plates and things and like that in it. We should be able to make this fit us a little bit better as well. And it gives us a decent amount of protection. So we'll grab that. Shit, we might just have to put it on for now. Yeah, put it on for now. Yeah, actually cool, she's wearing it. Okay, so I think that's just a radio there and nothing more. Yeah, I think that is the case. So we'll try and get close to it. I can get to the CBM easy enough. So this is probably one of the most useless CBMs in the game. You get a powerful electromagnetic unit in your hand, so you can pull some metal items over distance. I haven't found a time where this is useful yet, but there may be uses for it. So, you never know. There could be something useful there. I don't want to potentially break my leg for batteries, but you know. Oh shit, we lost our balance. Okay, alright, not the end of the world. We'll grab that really quickly. We can't carry it, really. Okay, whoops, I actually didn't mean to move there, but I did, so that's a thing. We already have a radio here, so I'm going to quickly just unload the batteries from that, drop that, and we'll take the radio that's fresh and actually has batteries in it already. And we'll probably end up leaving that in the vehicle as well, because that's not something that we immediately need to use. So we'll drop the radio, and we will also drop the Kevlar vest for now. Drop the army winter. That we'll put that on as soon as we can, but I want to just repair it up a little bit first before we do. And we'll drop that in there as well, along with that. And that's going to give us some more carrying capacity. Jump back in the car, and we're going to hit the road. So exploration can be really rewarding in terms of these things that you find along here. Oh man, this is actually not a bad day for us. That zombie soldier is gonna, he packs a bit of a punch. Obviously we don't have a lot of ammunition left, so yeah, I mean 8 rounds. Ideally, you know, if you can save that, you know, it's going to be better. So I might have to see. Oh, there's a few of them actually. I want to see if I can drop my torso encumbrance by a little bit. So we're probably going to try and take something off. Okay, let's just have a look at our torso really quick. We can see what is giving us the most kind of encumbrance. Yeah, I mean, even the hoodie isn't giving us too much encumbrance. I think we can probably get away with just dropping the hoodie for now, though, because I don't think that's going to make us over encumbered. No, that's gonna work. Okay, and let's just have a quick look and see if that has helped us out at all. It has a little bit. So we are going to stick with the hoodie off, and we're going to try and take these guys out with the wood axe. I'm actually going to try and bring them over here to this rubble. I know it's just drizzling at the moment, so we won't get too wet, but we're going to see if we can take them out. Unfortunately, I don't think that we are probably going to get to the end of that today, just because there could be a hell of a lot more along the way. But we'll take care of these zombie soldiers, and we'll see what's going on with those bodies up there as well. I think they're probably also military bodies, so I think that these guys they might have survived this crash, or were already infected with whatever this virus is, and turned soon afterwards. Okay, come at me. So he's going to be quite slowed down on that. He's also going to be unbalanced, so I'm hoping that we're going to be able to give him a pretty good whack. Wow, that was not a good whack at all. We're going to try one more time. Okay, that's a little bit better. We're going to jump down here so that he has to follow us. They're relatively well armoured. This is why I'm not doing too much damage to them, and it will actually take me a little while to take them down. I might have to take the other one because he's going to be a little bit faster. Okay, so we'll get a few whacks on him. Okay, we got the axe stuck in there, but we managed to actually pull it free, so that's good. Okay, let's see. We'll move here, move back here, try and get him to come over the rubble at us. Get a few more hits off. Great, so we got a decent hit that time. I'm not going to get greedy. I probably could have got away with getting another hit on him. Oh, he jumped in there. Okay. Okay, we gave him a alright slash. Okay. One of them is almost dead. I think it's the one that's quite slow. So we only got him for 3. Okay, he's almost dead now as well. This is good. So we're going to keep on trying to outrun them, bring them over the rubble. Alright, cool. Okay, so we gave him a good chop, and then we gave him a good slice, and now he's dead. Now we should be able to take him out. Ah, jeez. Alright, not a bad hit. Great, okay, so we managed to take out both of them. So they could potentially have some good loot on them, but oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I let them die on this here, so it says if we had a shovel, we'd be able to dig it up. I think we actually need a shovel. I don't think we'd be able to get away with using the digging stick. Oh, shit. Well, they could have potentially had good stuff on them. That's really, really annoying. Really annoying. I want to see if I kept that digging stick. I don't know if I did. So we're just going to have a quick search. We're going to search for all, and we're going to search for digging stick. Yes, we do have it. Okay. Oh, okay, I don't know why I got rid of that then. Okay, right. So, yeah, we've got our inventory selected, so we're going to grab the digging stick. Did I grab the digging stick then? Oh, I have it in my inventory already. Okay, I was confused for a second then. We've got 2 digging sticks. Okay, that's weird. I'm going to drop one of them. I think that might have been a strange little bug there. Unusual. Okay, so we've got that. We're going to try and see if we can activate it on this pile. At least it's just a drizzle at the moment, so it's not so bad. Okay, right. We can dig a pit, but we can't do that, and I accidentally moved over the metal wreckage and damaged myself. Damn. Okay, so that sucks. That's really annoying. We've lost some bodies underneath that rubble. If we had a shovel, we'd be able to dig, but unfortunately we don't. So we just got a small bug up the top there, so we just hit spacebar and that goes away. We're going to chuck the hoodie back on, because there isn't anyone else super nearby that can cause us trouble. And we'll just quickly check out these bodies up here and see what's going on with them. So these appear to be military bodies as well. Let's see. Nothing immediately that I want out of that. I'm kind of hoping that one of these guys will have a military ID card on them. We'll take the hard leg guards. Might be able to repurpose those. Okay, we've already got an army helmet that fits. An extended magazine, we'll take that for sure. So that's a modification that you can get for your gun so that you can carry more ammunition. But obviously, by having more ammunition sitting in it, it's going to reduce your accuracy somewhat. So it's, yeah. MRE, great. That'll be a good meal for us to have at some point. What do we have over there? We have a lot of zombies. We have a whole heap of zombies. So yeah, you can see we're back near a town. We must be, at least. Oh, there's 2 zombie hordes. I haven't shot my gun nearby here, but yeah, okay, alright. So we're going to want to try and be quite quick here. Otherwise, they're going to catch up with us very fast. Let's see, fingers gloves. Won't worry about them. We've got decent gloves already. Let's see. Come on, someone have military ID card for me. Take that. I won't worry about the wool beret. Actually, I'll take it because I want to be able to use the wool from it. Elbow pads, great, we'll take those. They're not going to encumber us much at all. We can see actually it doesn't encumber us at all. We'll probably just wear those straight away, and it shouldn't affect our arms. But we'll find that out sooner or later. Alright, so I think we're going to jump back into this vehicle, and we're going to start trying to make our way back to the town. Just want to check on these NPCs. Hank Leckram. Yeah, I didn't see him before. And it looks like Claude is still hanging on back at base, which is nice. Good to see that he's still making it. Yeah, a little bit disappointed I didn't find any military ID cards there. Those 2 that I killed probably could have had them on them. But there's a chance that on the way back that we could actually run into them again and just take them from them. I'm not going to stop for that because there's just so many zombies here, and yeah, I don't think there's much that we can get from there anyway. Dare get out my way. Oh wow, okay, so yeah, there's quite a few of them, so we're going to want to avoid them. We really are. So yeah, you can imagine that if you ran into all of this, or if you had this come to your home, that you really would be done for. And yeah, you wouldn't have much of a chance at all. We just killed a zombie dog. That's okay. Skeletal dog, actually, rather. I think that we're going to try and take a quick turn down here. Get off the road and head down, try and get onto that other road. And just see what we got. I know I said I'd end it, but I'm curious and I want to find out. So, unless we run into anything else on the road, we will see if we can make it down there today. So, it seems like we've got away from the horde. They're probably going to find something else to go and bother, and it looks like we've found another military crash site of sorts. We have. That's an inflatable boat, I think. We're going to quickly have a stop, and we're going to see what's going on. I'm not seeing any zombies nearby. There also isn't a lot of goods here as well, so some of it could just be buried. Military black box, we'll take it. I don't know, we might be able to get something out of it if our electronics get better. Spring, we don't need that for anything. Ouch, shouldn't have moved on to that. Chest rig, we'll take it. Chest rig is like the utility vest. I'm not quite sure which one's better. I think a chest rig might take up less encumberment and have a little bit less volume, but yeah, give and take, you know. Okay, I think we're getting pretty close to the road now. Here we go. Although it is 6 o'clock, so there's a chance that we might run out of daylight. Could be in our favour, might not be. But we're going to head a little bit further down this road. That's a massive 18-wheeler. What's the condition like? Seems to be okay. It's got wheels. It's got a bed as well. I mean, that's not bad. That might be where we're staying tonight, maybe, depending what we find down there. There's a cave. I'm going to want to explore the shit out of that. There's also an NPC that I missed. I didn't see them, which might be a good thing. Inez. Yeah. So we might have a chat to them on the way back as well. Although, like, we haven't experienced it yet, but NPCs really can be dangerous. Especially if they've got guns. If they've got guns, yeah, it can be really bad for you. What have we got going on over here? Holy shit. That's a power armor helmet. and we've got zombie scientist, which means that we've probably got a lab down here somewhere. Okay, this is going to be our last stop today. I don't think we're going to be able to do much more, but we are going to want to see what we've got in these bodies down here, and that's okay. We've got that's our first manhack that we've come up against, and I think this is actually our first zombie scientists as well, so we'll have a good look at them. So let's go to the zombie scientist. You can see, apart from the jet black eyes, it would be easy to believe this scientist was still alive. Clad in tattered lab coat, it looks to have some measure of situational awareness and resourcefulness. These guys can throw vials of mutagen and weird things at you, and they've even got like this radiation beam. They can be really bad, but he is severely injured already because I think he's actually fighting this crick down here. The manhack is an automated anti-personnel drone. It's a fist-sized robot. It's a fist-sized robot surrounded by whirling blades. By themselves, they're not bad, but in a group, they can be really, really formidable. So something to watch out for sure. I think that they're just missing each other because the thing is, they're both so fast. We're going to activate our holster. We're going to get our gun out, and I think that crick is going to be the bigger threat to us, but I just want to see what's going to happen here. This could be a fight that goes on forever. So instead, okay, wow, he tried to take a whack at us. We're going to try and smack this crick in the face, and we did. Great. We're going to back up a little bit. These manhacks are really fast, but they're really weak. So if you can shoot it, dies pretty fast. I'm deafened though. I guess the manhack exploding was quite loud. Again, maybe that was a good scenario where I could have put my earplugs in. Something to take note of. We've got some plutonium cells from that as well, so I think we'll actually take both of those. We'll take the broken manhack as well. Holy shit. Okay, so this is probably one of my favorite CBMs in the game. So this was just sitting on the zombie scientist over here. I haven't even butchered him yet. But you can see your joints have been equipped with torsion ratchets that generate power slowly as you move. So it's one of the best power generation CBMs in the game, where you... I'm just going to dump it straight back in the truck. Where when you're moving, you generate power, and all your CBMs that you use, which are your bionics, they use power. And so to have something like that, which just generates power as you move, can be really, really powerful. So definitely a good one to have for sure. Let's see. We'll chuck everything in here for now. What else did I pick up recently? We'll chuck those all in there as well. Let's see. What else did I grab? We don't need the Smith & Wesson on us. We'll chuck that away, and we'll get rid of those plutonium cells too. Okay, alright, that'll do us for now. That power arm helmet, let's have a look at that. Okay, so it is a basic helmet designed for use with the double tech power armor Mark 1. Offers excellent protection from both attacks and environmental hazards. Like all double tech power armor, the control and climate regulation systems require direct skin contact, so we'd have to be wearing this right in our face. But you can see the protection is insane. Insane. Look at that. 99 bash protection, 99 cut protection. Just by itself, the environmental protection is great. If you manage to power this properly, you have to have it with the other suit, but it can completely keep you warm. But this just by itself, I think we might actually be able to use it. But the only problem is that it is going to encumber our eyes and our mouth a fair amount. Yeah, so unfortunately it might be a little bit too much with it not being powered, but you know what, we'll grab it for now because it could potentially be very, very good. Okay, we have an ID card. So that lab that we came across, we'd be able to actually get into it now, which I'm unsure about. This is a glass of purifier, a 250ml laboratory conical flask with a rubber bung, a rare stem cell treatment that causes mutations and other genetic defects to fade away. We could actually use this on us right now, and it might get rid of some of the negative effects that we have. It also could potentially get rid of some of the positive ones as well. So it could knock off night vision, it could knock off high adrenaline or fast reader, but we could also get rid of, say, weak stomach or lightweight. At the moment, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it using it, so we're not going to use it. But it's good if you are going through a mutation build. because then you can experiment a little bit more. We're going to butcher the zombie scientist. It seems that we may have found something, although it might just be burnt out. Yep, it is just a burnt out bionic. That's okay, that's alright. I think we're just doing a quick save here. Alright. Okay, so we'll just quickly check the other bodies, and I think that's probably going to be us. So we've got the science ID card, we've got another SD card. You really only need one science ID card to get in, and I think then that's kind of all you need. So I'm guessing that these were scientists that tried to escape a lab nearby. So perhaps at the end of this road there is another lab. Oxidizer powder. We'll grab it. I don't know what it's going to be good for. I haven't played around with the chemical system in this game too much yet, but yeah. Okay, let's see. I'm going to drop everything off into here. We're just going to drop it into our main container. Okay. So we've got the purifier. We'll hold on to those, apart from the SD card, and we'll drop that in there too. The power helmet we may be able to wear, but you can see at the moment our mouth encumbrance is only 10. But if we put that on, it's going to be 5, which is it's too much. It really is too much. But just to give you an idea of what it can do, we'll take off the helmet. We'll take off the scarf. We'll take off the dust mask. We'll take off the sunglasses, and I think that nothing should be on our head now. Let's have a look. Yep, nothing's on our head, and it actually looks weird seeing her face. Okay, so we are going to wear the basic power armor helmet. Okay, we need the power armor to be able to use it. Damn, that's really unfortunate. I thought we might have been able to just get away. We could have done a Logan, just use the helmet and not use the armor. But unfortunately, that's not the case. So we'll chuck everything else back on for now. We thought we could get away with it, but unfortunately, we couldn't. But I think that's probably going to do us for this time. The squirrel's going to come and hang out with us in the car. It doesn't seem to be enraged. It's not a death squirrel from Roomworld. So we're just going to have a little bit of a hangout. We're going to eat some food, drink some water, hang out with the squirrel in the car. I probably won't kill it because, well, you know, it's not going to give us much meat. And Noah probably needs the company right now. Thanks again for joining me. This has been a great episode. I've really enjoyed it. And until next time, stay tuned.